Good morning, everybody. It's Angie Pettyjohn of the Pettyjohn team of Mortgage Alliance. We are live here this morning with the lovely Lori McNeil Chung of McNeil Design Group Interiors.
Thank you.
Lori, welcome to our Friday morning chat. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I am very touched that you invited me to join you today, and I look forward to speaking with you.
Yeah, fantastic. I've been wanting to have you on our chat for a while now, and it's amazing. I was mentioning earlier how people are now contacting me to chat on Friday. So this is fantastic. It's word is getting around that we're doing this. So I wanted to talk to you about obviously interior design. If you wouldn't mind giving a little bit of background of the McNeil Design Group, who you are, what you do. And then we'll jump in with a few questions. How's that?
That is perfect. That
All right.
is perfect and very, very logical because not everybody knows me.
Yeah.
My name is Lori McNeil Chong. My company is McNeil Design Group Interiors. We are a 20-plus-year-old company, and we started out just doing designs, rendering, product selection for clients. And as we moved forward, clients were saying to us, Lori, can you just take care of the project? Like, we trust you. You know what we want. You know every detail of those renderings. Can you look after the project for us? So in about probably our third or fourth year, we started project managing, and we have a fabulous team of of trades that we work with. So we do residential design, typically in a transitional contemporary style. And we work with our
Beautiful.
clients to navigate the pains of their design problems so that we can give them the solutions, and to create forever homes, cottages, and cozy business spaces for them that fulfill their wish lists, make them happy, alter a home so that they're increasing their equity within the home, but that they're getting to live their lifestyle, their life within a home that functions really, really well.
Yeah. And I absolutely love that. I know when we had met a few months back, that really stood out for me is that your design is long lasting. You're not interested. Well, I guess you would go in and if someone required something temporary, you would do that. But your heart is really to create an environment for people to live in and love their place. Isn't that right?
That is so true. We care deeply about our clients, that they are making good decisions that will last them a lifetime, and that their invested dollars are always going to quality design, quality materials, quality renovation.
Right.
And there are times that we have discussions with potential new clients who are, their budget isn't really where it should be. And we, even though they may not go with us, that conversation about, and just being honest with them, just to get them to rethink, either holding a little bit longer and making a bigger budget instead of jumping into cheap and fast. Because cheap and fast, over time, when you repeat that way of doing a renovation, it actually is way more costly than doing a quality renovation the first time.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about the process. Clearly over COVID, did you guys shut down? Like, what happened?
No, we didn't. For years, we have a very loyal clientele that once we make a relationship, and right from the very get-go, we're not there to renovate the whole house all in one shot. We're, 20 plus years. I'm not going anywhere is what I say. And we're not going anywhere. We have clients that we worked with for years, and during those years, they might buy a Florida house. They might buy a house in Arizona. And thus, we have been using Zoom when it was a little infant baby. And we have been along for the ride with them through all the ups and downs.
Yeah.
And it's a fabulous platform for us to present to clients anywhere. So what we did was we just very quickly got the word out to our clients, our email list, that we're moving forward, we can do your design, and we still subscribe to the same philosophy. And the same philosophy is, let's lock down your design and your selections first. So that doesn't stop anything in the process during COVID.
Right.
And also that we're working remotely with them. We're not coming into their space. They're not coming into our space. We're all safe. And especially through COVID, people have been looking at places that are not functioning for them. In particular, right now, we are having a huge flood of basement spaces and in-home offices that need to be designed.
I was going to ask you about that. What are some new trends that are coming out of this, and what are people planning on renovating at this time?
You have condo users that are really struggling for space because square footage is what square footage is. So what we are trying to do in our design solutions is to maximize the space by making spare bedrooms multi-purpose rooms, or making a section of cabinetry dual purpose. So it can be storage for their dining room, along with, you open these two doors and out comes a computer table. We also have residential people with larger homes that they really haven't tapped into the basement space at all. And they are asking for soundproofing, which is fantastic because we did a project not too long ago where it was a music room, and we did all of our research on soundproofing, and we definitely have that one locked down. And with the basement not being utilized, there's so much equity available for that client in this decision of having a home office. Typically also we're getting, can we have a place for the kids? Can the kids have their own zone so we can have some sanity space on the main floor? We're getting combination requests is what we're getting.
Well, we have a very serious gamer here. And I tell you, Lori, we could hear, well, he's moved his bedroom to the basement now, and he's moved his setup up here in his bedroom, because we could hear absolutely everything through the vents. So if there's a solution for that, like, you're going to be getting a nice job from us alone. So that's fantastic.
Yes, there are lots of materials and different processes to soundproof ceilings and walls.
Interesting. Well, we'll have to talk after this. So Lori, I've got we get some clients who are ready to sell. And let's say they've got a budget of, let's say, $50,000 or something like that. And their goal is to sell this property and to move into something else. What would be your tips on this? What should they be concentrating their funds on?
Yes, that is an area that we get a lot of calls about. Longtime clients, new clients are asking for an assessment of their property, and we offer that as a service where we will put together a plan for preparing the property for sale. Now, so many sellers automatically, because the media has told them so, that they need to renovate something big, typically a kitchen. And
that's what I was thinking.
We do not subscribe to that. As through 20 years, you gain a lot of experience. And what we have always found is that when we come into a new house with our existing client or new client, they will tell us typically, we've been here for a year, 2 years, and they're ripping that kitchen out because it does not serve their family. So when I go and consult with a seller, I say to them, don't focus on the kitchen. because you're going to put a lot of money, and a good kitchen renovation for a certain particular size, that 50,000 is going to get eaten up very quickly, and the person's going to rip it out anyway. So where I say to people is, remember that we are humans. Humans need to connect. And as a seller, you need a potential buyer, a human, to connect with your home. That starts at the curb. And there is a better use of your $50,000 that can disperse throughout the home and build that connection. Because when clients, potential buyers, come to a home that they are weighing, is this their forever home? You know, a lick of paint on the front door does a world of good. That the exterior gardens are maintained, that when you walk through the door, that there are no odors from old carpet or things that'll be within the house. If there are some water issues, you need to get those fixed, because you cannot mask those with those plug-in air fresheners. People know right away that there is something hinky about the house. As a seller, you want to invest your money towards making that first great impression. We are a big fan of a lick of paint. But before you do the lick of paint, clean. Do not paint over dusty trim, because the new paint amplifies that you did not take the time. You want to create a sense for the new buyer that you have maintained this house and that you've cared for it. They want to know that. See our step, cleaning that house and editing. And then editing out anything, coats and closets. You want to make those storage areas very enticing to the new buyer. You don't want them, and they are. Don't think that new buyers are not going to open up your cabinets and your closets. They are, absolutely are, because they need to envision their life in your space. When there's too much of your stuff, they can't get past, that's your house. You want to edit those closets. You want to take all of those items boxed up, ready to move, put them in a storage unit. Edit down your furniture. Give a good cleaning and a lick of paint with low VOC paint. You want to ensure that you do your painting in advance so that they don't walk through the door and are smacked with, wow, okay, they did a fresh paint job. You don't want to also paint over any problems. So if there's bubbling drywall because of moisture issues, have a contractor come in and correct those for you, so that in good, honest, and good faith, you can pass on this home. We also say to clients that, aroma. So if there is old stained carpet, get it out. And also do not devalue the worth of brewing some fresh coffee and making some cookies, because it instinctually gives people the sense of they're in a home. Absolutely. So those are some of my areas that I immediately send clients to. We do a consultation for assessing when people are selling, and I would tell people to stay away from the big renos, because if they look at this brand new spanking kitchen, but the whole rest of the house is dated, those are some of the areas that you need to work on. If there's old wallpaper, take it down. Some little simple things that allow the new potential buyer to envision their life in your home.
Right. I really like that. I would have thought you were going to say to spend your money in the kitchen and the bathroom. But I get that totally makes sense to me now, that why would I put my money in those areas if other things are falling apart? Obviously, if the kitchen cabinets are falling apart, that's a different story. But cleaning up, the painting, The other great point, make sure you're painting ahead of time so it doesn't smell like you've painted.
Mm-hmm.
The paint on the front door, the gardens, the entry point, all the things that are going to make people feel that warm and fuzzy. I absolutely love
Mm-hmm.
that. And I wasn't even thinking that.
A lot
So
of people go to the kitchen.
yeah,
I would say 98% of the people who call us for that service immediately go to the kitchen. But I spend my clients' money and make suggestions the way that I would spend money for myself. So I would rather see a buyer of a new home invest their money in the kitchens and baths, because then they're getting exactly what they need for their lifestyle.
right.
And I also have another area that I love people to invest their buyer money in, and that's your master bedroom.
That was my next question is, so now we're staying in our property. We've bought, we're staying, we're going to love it. We have Lori McNeil Chung come in. Where should I be spending my money? So this is great.
And this, I have some philosophies. Of course, we want to do design and selection of materials before any client dives into actually doing the renovation. But back it up a little bit. So you've bought a house, and people, they are so eager. They want to get in, they want to make changes. I'm a firm believer in living in the house for a while, because first perceptions of the way you're going to live in the house don't always pan out to be the way that you live in the house, because they are just an impression. I am big on slow the process down, because as I said at the beginning, my company is about quality. So a quality decision takes time. Live in the house, get to know how you feel about the house, feel some of its pains, feel that maybe the present peninsula is too close to the doorway and you keep hip checking the corner. And you won't know those things unless you live within the space. So we have a whole bunch of ideas and suggestions. Of course, as a design consultant coming in and seeing the space, but we need to know what the pains of the space are for the owner of the property. Right. Plus also, we educate as we go along. And an area of education that I keep speaking of is, don't get sucked into a company's marketing campaign. Big box stores that sell home renovation materials, they want you to believe that you can do it yourself. There's a danger in that, in the fact that you are not an electrician, so it is dangerous to do your own electrical, and that you are not experienced to see that there may be aspects of that house that need serious reflection. And contractors are the professionals. They are the people who see what is happening behind the walls, what's happening at the roof line that's coming down your walls. They know all this information. And I always try to guide a client away from doing the renovation themselves and allow a professional to come in. I also say to people that when you're meeting with a contractor and you've never known them before and you meet with them for half an hour or an hour, there is no possible way that they could give you a realistic quote. Why? Because they have not worked through your design pains with you. They do not know if you are a porcelain person or a high-end marble person. They don't know if you're fine with everything from the store or you're a person that loves custom because it gives you everything you've dreamed of. Starting with a designer is an incredibly smart investment, because the designer is going to work through all of your design pains and your selections so that when it comes time to get that project quoted, you're getting an accurate quote for your project. And that's the way that our company works.
And I love you're a one-stop shop, really. You have the contractors that have worked with you over the 20 years, the tried true contractors, the painters, all of that. So you really are a one-stop shop. So that would, in my opinion, alone save time and money for a homeowner. Instead of going out and trying to piecemeal this whole massive, overwhelming, in my opinion, process, you can break it up step by step and provide all the essential quotes that is required. And in on my side of the business, renovating renovating increases the value of the property.
Absolutely.
And you're doing it to love it, so quality is going to be there. And guess what? The equity in your house now is going to go up.
Absolutely.
That's right. And we talk to our clients about, once you put that funds in, later on have an appraiser come in, reevaluate the property. Your property's now worth, that 100 or 150K more. And then you can pull that out and put it into a rental, for example, or use it for private lending or whatever else. It really is a dual effect. You get a property that you absolutely love, and now you can access the funds for something else and invest in different things.
And we're a big advocate for that. But don't renovate your house to sell it. Renovate to love it and live in it yourself. So many times people kind of get conned into making renovations at the end. Do the renovations at the beginning. And when you do quality renovations at the beginning, they will last your lifetime within the home. And then if it has been a substantial number of years and there are nicks and scuffs, the painter is your friend. He or she will give a fresh new look to those cabinets. There's a smart plan on how to execute being a homeowner where it benefits you. And aligning yourself with a design and a construction company that really want to take care of you and make sure that your investment lasts a lifetime. We think that is a good way to go.
Fantastic. Lori, any closing remarks, any tips and tricks and anything else that you have to add before we sign off here?
Yeah. So I hear this word all the time. What are the trends? Trends mean to me something that is in now and gone tomorrow. We are about classicism. We are about timeless decisions. So again, don't buy into the hype. Trends are nice in a pillow, but you don't want to get too caught up in trends for your kitchen. Stay classic. Some things that we're still seeing in the market, and we're seeing them grow, is, the colored cabinet, a little splash of color on the kitchen cabinetry or the bathroom cabinetry, mudroom cabinetry. We're also seeing this resurgence of natural, but not natural as in Uncle Buck's cottage where there's wood painted an orangey or stained an orangey color. We're talking about natural woods that are calm and serene in their tonality, blended with a white kitchen or blended with some color in the cabinetry. People are wanting natural, the environment is such a huge part of just our everyday. People are thinking about it all the time. They want natural products, bringing green into your home, bringing light into your home. And that's another thing, when you're selling, get those draperies off the window, let the lights in, show the attributes of the property. But that still goes with the trends, what I suggest to clients. I don't typically like that word trends. I usually say inspiration or influence, but linear and graphic, soft tones where people feel serene in their home. These are all aspects that are staying. And when you curate a home for yourself, you don't have to follow someone else's trend. You curate it for yourself. But something that is huge right now with COVID, and we have been a big lover of it for quite a number of years, is touchless. So touchless faucets, touchless soap dispensers. And one of our suppliers does touchless cabinets. They open and they close with a swipe, and you don't have to touch anything. The hardware is excellent. So there's a few.
Well, Lori, thank you so much. This time has just flown by this morning. Appreciate all your tricks and tips that you shared with us today. I so appreciate you. Everybody, it's Lori McNeil-Chong of McNeil Design Group Interiors. Her website and phone number are right the other side, Lori, right behind her. Please reach out to her. She's the CEO and lead design there, and just a lovely, lovely person to speak with. And I appreciate all that you do for me as a friend, and obviously for everything that you do for your clients. So thank you so much. Have a great, great Friday, everybody. Lori, thank you.
Thank you, Angie.
You're welcome. So we'll be chatting soon then. Bye for now. Bye.